My camera source seems to be the wrong type. Why is it on there? You just have to bear with me again. I had all these things closed, but I've got to have them back open. Okay, that is there. Why is it not there? Oh, is it going to be silly? Yep, it's going to be very silly. Damn it. Can you reload it? I've got to try and figure this out. You have to bear with me. Because should be working. Try it again. Let's add it in. Video device. The device. Loading. Okay. Try this again. Working. Don't want to give feedback. Have any ideas? Why it's not going? Do I just leave it on that thing? Maybe. Door frame. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, it does that. Okay, I like that part. Audio. I don't know if I need to do anything with that. I don't normally do anything with that. Bigger. Right. Might have to do without the camera. You can have a little camera window there. It's not going to hurt anybody. Video editing. So, anybody who doesn't know, I do all of the video editing for Academy of Professional Wrestling, a company that I run, own, however you want to phrase it. Within that, there is a whole bunch of work that gets done. Like video editing, it's been suggested to me that because I spend so much time doing this, that I should share it. So why not? Because I'm going to be doing it anyway. It's a good way to stream and to get used to the streaming. And yeah, it's yeah, but I'm hoping that it will sort of keep me a bit more accountable to getting it done. This was a show from January. We're now in August. We have the first show that we had in August. I've done that one's done. We've got one week. That one I've got to edit as well. So it's just a struggle to get back. So yeah, my hope is that this can be like a way to kind of just make sure I keep doing it. So the way that I edit is multi-camera editing. So if you're watching on something like Twitch or Kick or YouTube, you can see the whole big screen and it has everything in there. Actually, let me just see if that didn't reload it. Damn it. I don't get why it won't work, because it is showing up here. Do I just leave it up and hope for the best? See what happens? Let's just do that, see what happens. Yeah, so the way that I edited multi-camera editing using Adobe Premiere. So if you're watching currently on Twitch or YouTube or on Kick, you will see the whole shebang. So you have this timeline down here, and then you have all your I call them assets. It's not quite right. So we have a 4-camera setup. So we actually have 6 cameras set up constantly, and then we flitter in 5 cameras constantly set up. So we have what I call the main camera, which is the main view, which is from the back of the hall towards the ring, and you get the entranceway in there as well. Then we have the stage camera, which is this one next to it. And then we have roaming 1 and roaming 2. So then we have commentary as well, which I only capture the sound for the commentary. But if you want to see what it looks like, it kind of looks like this. You can't really see it. Let me see if I can move. Nope, couldn't figure out that. Why did that not go? Don't know why that didn't go. But over here is the... Why didn't that go? That's weird. Just because of the way that it's cut? Maybe. Oh yeah, maybe if I bring it like this way. So there's the commentary camera. So, you know, obviously that's our lovely commentator at this point, Franco, who is doing the commentary. I'm going to leave all the sound on. I normally have 2 ways of editing. I either edit in double speed. So as I'll demonstrate, like you have this, and then you basically make it faster. That I can get through with editing, with multi-camera editing. If a show is 2 hours, it will take me about 3 to 4 hours of solidly focusing on it to get that done. That's without taking any clips out. That's without doing any sort of anything fancy. It's just the clipping of it all. My goal with doing it or what I've been able to do by making it faster, is I can do about an hour of footage in 25, 20 or 25, 30 minutes, depending on what it is. So I do editing for New Japan for their New Zealand shows, so that I got an hour worth of footage done in 27 minutes, which, you know, is massively valuable time-wise. So I was really happy with that. I'm sure people can imagine. So my goal with this today isn't to go fast, it's just to go. So this show is 2.5 hours long, but there's fluff in between there that I take out. Doesn't appear in the end show, so you're going to kind of see the whole lot. So we have all the assets over here that we need to have. So the matches that we have for this particular show is Dorian Webber versus Trent Hooper, Lance Adams versus Takahara versus AJ Murta, Nikolai Anton Bell versus Xander Taylor, Sonny Tupoa, I think that's how you pronounce it, versus Matty Short, and then Spartan versus Tommy Fusion. So this show is a little bit different. There's less matches, but we also have, it's our traditional rounds match, or traditional rounds show. So this is where we sort of pay respect to the old way of doing things, because we've got, what is that? That is, do that? That's weird. But I did all of that. Did I do all of that? Maybe. Oh yeah, there you go. There's stream elements. Fair enough. Yeah. So I do it this way because we do this show every year to kind of pay tribute to people who came before us in the wrestling business. Lots of the work that I did in the UK was for a company called Premier Promotions. They still do traditional British match rounds. Sorry. And so that's kind of our goal with this, is to still have some of that legacy kind of connection to life. We've done it, I think this is the 2nd year, it may even be the 3rd. I think this is the 2nd year that we did it. Went really well last year, went really well this year. Really happy with how it all went. So this is the show, and I'm going to edit it live, so you'll see kind of the the everything of it. One thing I haven't done when I was setting this up is got the edit files ready. So I don't actually remember the order of the matches, which is not because it was a while ago. As I've organized everything into folders. So the way that I will do it is I will have, so this is show 1 of the year. So everything kind of follows that same pattern to start off with. So this is Spartan versus Tommy Fusion. So that's the kind of the base of it. A nice structure I showed very much in the same wage time. You're going to see more if you are watching on Twitch or Kick or YouTube, that's the other one, than if you were watching elsewhere. It's just how it goes. So I haven't put everything in here. I don't even think I've got the nameplates in. No, I don't have the nameplates in yet. So you're going to see a little bit of that too. That's already open. So from here, so I have our yearly moving folders. So everything that I use as an ongoing thing every year. So all of these are preset. And not all of them get used every show, which doesn't mean that like they're not worthwhile having or keeping or any of that stuff. It just means that I have a bit more. I'm trying to think what the word is. I have a few more options. Like I don't throw anything away. Anything that I make or edit, I keep a copy of somewhere because I never know when I'm going to need it. And because I never know when I'm going to need it, it's really valuable to me. Trying to see some like little behind the scenes bits about what I've got and why I have it as well. There is, that might be the Spartan one. Let's have a look. December? No, 2000 February. Yeah, that one should be. I think that one will be useful. Excuse me. Oh yeah. Sonny Tupo. I think the last show that he did was May. Yep. So there's lots of the knowledge side of it that I have. Lots of the knowledge stuff I just don't remember. I wish I did. But there's a lot. Like, we've got so much history. So sometimes I need to search up when somebody last wrestled for us. Nicola. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. So who am I missing? Lance Adams is who I'm missing. Lance Adams solo. There are 11. Okay, so now I've got this part. So I always put the show intro. So this show intro. So this is our show intro for this show. Round 1. Okay, so that's our show intro for the January show. I just realized that's going to be way, way, way louder than it needs to be. Still quite loud. Really loud for me. Hopefully not as loud for you guys. So what I do is when I have the match things playing, I kind of find a nice point in the song, and then I know roughly what the song is going to be. And I want that to be 10 seconds. So lots of it is like incremental little movements just to make sure that I've got the right thing. And so then that looks like this. That intro is quite long at 1 minute, but it is what it is. We just kind of have it as this system and it plays out well. So I normally put the match list, the match graphic here, but as I'm going to make more of them and I want to make it as easy as possible for myself, find out what match 2 is. Maddie Short versus and then we got 3 as a triple threat. That is Lance Adams versus AJ. And you'll see why I'm doing it this way. It will all make sense, I promise. And so the next one we got after that. Clinton Bell versus Sandra Taylor. And then one of the things I really like about this show, other than there being like a few less matches, they're a little bit more exciting. They're a little bit different. It's harder to build a story and easier to build a story all at the same time. So if you're a wrestler, they're a really good, challenging match to have, especially in today's modern age. So we have 2 champions who are sort of like regular champions for us on every show, kind of a thing. But then because I have everything here, when I need to, again, it's really hard to see on everything. It will make so much more sense soon. There we go. So because I use the match announcement graphic, so this one is triple threat. So I know if I have the triple threat graphic there, it will go fine. So some of the shortcuts that I've come to learn is like Shift and D puts a fade in and a fade out. So then when you, what's that about? So then it fades up, plays the 10-second part of the music, and it all fades down, and then it will go into the match once it's edited. And this allows me to do it for each one, do it really easily, really simply, really quickly and effectively, so that I can pretty much make some good headway. It's kind of my goal is to make it as efficient as possible, but also as good quality as possible. Like I don't want to dip on anything, and I don't think that we do personally. I think we do pretty good. I haven't always done it this way. I've sort of refined this quite heavily over time to make it a little bit more efficient, to make it a little bit more sustainable. The editing side of it, I can knock out a show relatively quickly. What I can't do, and what I've been struggling to do, is to find the time to sit and focus on trying for years to show somebody how to edit and how to edit my way, because I used to edit for the wrestling channel in the UK. I like the way that I edit. Because I like the way that I edit, I kind of don't want other people to touch it, which is not necessarily the easiest way of, or the best way of doing it, because it's not. And I know that it's not. But hey, this is where we're up to. Okay, so now I've got everything kind of preset and ready. We go on to the actual editing. So again, you'll get two very different views depending on if you're watching on TikTok or if you're watching on Twitch or Kick or YouTube. So if depending on where you're watching, you get different views. The main difference is you have like the broadcast, what they call the broadcast side. So this box here, which to be fair, I could edit this way. It doesn't actually make that much difference, which I might do it this way, but you don't really see as much on TikTok. It's my only concern. So over here you have your 4 cameras. So all the cameras are synced. When you see something, you see it on 4 cameras. The yellow box, which will be red once I click it, once you actually start editing, it turns red. The red signifies that that is the camera that you're currently in. I cheat a little bit and use the 1, 2, 3, 4 button. It's literally like 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't make every edit perfect. I try and edit it like it's live. I used to live edit wrestling shows in the building with a live edit controller. Easier and difficult, more difficult, all in the same vein. So there's some really good benefits to doing it that way. It feels like it's live because it is live. Also can't correct mistakes. So you have to mark down all the mistakes. So with this, my goal is to make it quick and efficient and sustainable. So like my goal is to knock out this show tonight. So what are we now? 8 o'clock. It will probably finish about midnight by the time I'm all said and done, because I have the DVD signature, the intros, the outros, all the matches to build, and this is without grabbing any clips. So I'm not going to go fast. I'm just going to go. So we watch the first bit. We'll skip a little bit of some of the first stuff, because it doesn't affect anything for the end result. At this stage, we don't have a lot of stuff. We don't add in everything. So I know that Spartan and Tommy Fusion will be out in this match, but I also know I need the DVD signature, which is that one. And I'll show you the DVD signature. The DVD signature is just the HA logo in the side. So like it's this little bit here. I quite like having, I like it. I don't, the way that I edit is, it sounds quite bad. The way that I edit is the way I like it done. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the right way or the wrong way. We have markers, and I know Lawrence, who is our announcer, he's very good at hitting those markers that I need him to hit, and you'll see why. The marker for each match is the following contest is scheduled for 1 fall. And the reason that that is the way is because then I want it to be that way. So every time I hear that, I know that that's when. So I always start off on this main camera. Very glitchy. Why is it glitchy? It's because I'm using meld. This may not even actually work because I'm. But then as I press the button, it switches to the camera, which Spartan is out first. So then I grab the Spartan nameplate, have a quick browse through. Well, that says that he's the Hughes Academy champion, so that's not correct at this point. So we're going to be the UK one, Spartan no champ. I want it to be accurate to the time. So there's Spartan. So again, I made it so that it's drag and drop as much as I possibly can. You won't really see this on TikTok. You'll see sort of in a little bit of a corner. Yeah, this is going to actually be a nightmare to do. 1/8. Actually, see if I can do this. I can't do it this way. Damn it. This is frustrating. Because this is not going to work. Because my computer has taken too much. Let's see. Don't know if this is going to work.
Kicking off our action tonight. Former Hughes
Okay, so as I
Academy
switch through the camera, you'll see it
very impressive 2024.
switches through, and I roughly know.
In the hottest start he can.
You know, I'm not going to get everybody every time, but we kind of our camera people are very, very good. They work really hard at making sure that we get the right shots.
Probably a fan favorite. Aaron Newland. Spartan makes his way around the ring. Talk about a dominant performer.
That's not the camera I want. That is the camera I want. So see, obviously make mistakes, and that's why it's good to do it afterwards.
Look no further than Spartan.
Because it does change a lot of it. If we manage to get the whole show done, it's going to be frustrating as hell to try and get it all going. Tommy Fusion. His little nameplate.
Welcome back, Tommy Fusion.
Oh, it's because I've got that
It's been
bit.
a while since we've seen this man.
I might do it. I might just turn some of these off. Doesn't have to work as hard.
Tommy with a new look.
Nice camera to have.
Look.
I don't actually think editing is going to be possible on stream because of the load that it's taking on my computer.
Looking to make 2025 his year. Now he's back in Hughes Academy. Looking to kick that 2025 off with a win against Spartan.
Once you get into the flow, it makes sense, and because I know where our camera guys like to be, what they like to view, it makes it a bit easier.
Bell has been rung. Tommy, Spartan. Stalemate for the time being. Spartan taking his eyes off Tommy for a little bit. Tommy with the focus. Tommy shooting for that ankle. Fusion and Spartan.
The thing I'm always trying to be really conscious of is don't cross the wrestlers over.
Spartan uses the power and just wrestles them off. These two are wrestling here, ladies and gentlemen. Spartan with the foot on the rope.
What I find quite a lot happens with these shows is people see that they're going to be doing traditional round stuff, and because they're doing traditional round stuff, they go slower. It's not necessarily what I want. I don't think it should be slower. I don't think you need to be slower if you're doing rounds. I think you just need to pace yourself better and really well. Not saying that that's what these guys are doing, but yeah, they could definitely have a little bit of you know, people can often get more oomph. They can have more oomph in it as they need to. They just don't. Mean G.
Wrenching the arm into a hammerlock there, just holding it before Tommy can get to the ropes and breaks it up.
Yes, this is how I spend lots of my time and lots of my days, lots of my evenings, sorry, is through video editing. So I wait till everybody's gone to bed, then I try and get all this stuff done. This is from January, January 24th, 2025, Newland RSA for the Hughes Academy of Professional Wrestling. Go check them out on everything. This show will basically be up on YouTube as soon as it is ready. Everything goes up on YouTube for free. So please, it means a lot if you watch it, view it, share it. And I realize watching and viewing is the same thing, but forgive me. It seems like it's kind of a lot of just watching, and it is lots of watching, but you don't watch it in the same way. Like I don't watch, like I'm not paying attention to what the moves necessarily are. I'm paying more attention to where they are and what the cameras are doing. Because I'm looking at the
of his own.
footage, and I'm looking at the individual cameras as well, just to make sure that what I'm capturing is good. So if you're just joining me,
Clean and go.
the red box
Tommy
is
looks to his feet,
the
however.
what they call the live
Suggests
camera.
that gives him
So that is the
control.
camera that is being
Rolls him
shown
up.
currently.
Go for it too. Just like
Um,
that. Kicks
and the other
out.
cameras are the other
But
cameras
just
that are there.
Spartan back in control, wrenching Tommy over, throwing him for a 1 count. Tommy
And it
kicking
does help
out.
being a wrestler and being a wrestler for X number of years, because
Nice cravat
then
locked
you
in.
can see exactly, you kind of know what's coming and you know where it's
Tommy
going.
Fusion this first round here.
So our lovely commentator, Mr. Franco, does a great job, and I'm talking over him, but he does a really, really good job, and I'm very sad that he is not around at the moment.
Throwing Tommy over the fence.
It is very familiar.
Of his own. Nice
Hello,
release
Mr.
from
Franco.
Tommy.
A lovely voice.
Fusion with a hammock of his own here on Spartan. Putting all of the weight down. Pressurizing the arm of Spartan.
I just missed you, that's all. So I wanted to hear your voice.
Cover. Quick kick out from Spartan, however. Spartan quickly grabs the leg. Spartan just wrenching that ankle. Nice knee drop from Spartan. The ankle lock applied deep. Spartan using his left
So
foot.
the whole goal of this is just to kind of offer a different sort of snapshot. This commentator does sound pretty cool. I wonder who it could possibly be.
Spartan holding on as Tommy flips over.
I heard that he
His own.
has gone to greener pastures and is enjoying referee life now.
Here. Just coming up to 30 seconds left in the round. Fusion is in control here.
Thank you for the follow.
Referee
How are you?
rotating
How have you
in
been?
great position.
How is being back home?
Fusion.
Do you miss us yet? Because I miss you.
Checking on Spartan. Over Spartan will not quit. Nice roll up from Spartan to counter that. But just like that, Fusion using his power to get back in control and keep that headlock applied.
So that for the round show
Is
is the end of the round.
Both men end in an impressive headlock.
So then both wrestlers will have to go back to their corner,
Separate these men as we get into
a few
round
second
two.
rest, and then they restart, and the round restart. So the whole idea, this is how it was traditionally. So the goal behind these shows was to make them this, like that traditional kind of viewpoint. So you get the old school way of wrestling, which makes wrestlers think in a different way. As you've seen, Tommy Fusion and Spartan wouldn't normally wrestle like this, but they have to think about it differently.
Round two is underway.
So as a wrestler, it's really challenging if you have to think about something differently or in a way.
No surviving round one. No pinfalls or submissions on round one. As we get into round two, Spartan grabbing the wrist lock.
If you're watching on TikTok, Kick, and YouTube, you'll see a very different view than you will see on TikTok. Obviously, encourage you to follow me on everything because that's kind of the name of the game half the time. But yeah, check them out on different things because you see different stuff. So TikTok is quite restricted in what you can see. You can kind of see the 4 cameras, but you can't see like the bigger screen, and the bigger screen is what the live view, let's say live view, is what the broadcasting view will be. And I imagine on TikTok is quite restricted to kind of see what is actually there. And because I can't get my camera to work, so obviously you don't get to see my lovely face.
You can see Spartan using his left foot to hold Tommy's other leg down. Tommy trying to fight out. Spartan. Beautifully done.
I always find like, and this isn't a knock on anybody here, it's going to end up being, but it's not meant to be that way. So when you have limited knowledge in sort of the mat work side, these kind of things really expose that because you only know a set number of things. If somebody knows more than you and they want to put something on you,
The crowd desperate want a back
then
chop. Will
they'll
Spartan
they'll
give
get
in? Oh,
tripped
and
up.
he does! A chop to the back.
I used to have to, when I
Has got
edited
his things
for
Fusion.
TV,
He's put
so I used to
Fusion
edit for the
doing
wrestling channel in the UK, you used to have a cut every 3 seconds.
Spartan
And I
on the
hated it
bench.
because you didn't need a cut every 3 seconds. Like this camera, I don't need to cut until they move. It had the best view,
Fusion.
in my
Pushes
opinion.
off Spartan. Leapfrog. Jumps over Spartan with a follows with a big drop kick.
For that, I'm not sure how that looks because I want to view the live of it. I think because that is where the cut is, and if you see he's a bit high up, so when you go view it, it's a little bit too soon. I think you need to cut there.
Spartan with a follows with a big.
I mean, I could get away with that, but I don't want to get away with it.
Leapfrog.
I would much rather
Jumps over Spartan with
do
a
a
follows
cleaner
with a
cut.
big drop.
Or maybe not even necessarily a cleaner cut, but I think I discounted an entire camera.
Jumps over Spartan with a.
No, I had the right camera. So what it ends up looking like, if you go back a few cuts,
Leapfrog. Jumps over Spartan with a follows with a big drop kick. Down goes Spartan.
I have to try and get it to re-kick in,
Fusion immediately chasing him to
because
the corner, not letting Spartan get a minute.
I don't know why it's doing that. I mean, it's been doing it fine. Hang on, something. What is working? There we go.
Followed by a beautiful suplex. Kick out at 2 from Spartan. Bit of a late kick out from Spartan, however. After that beautiful suplex from Fusion. Oh, is Fusion looking for a back chop of his own? Maybe a little calmer here. Oh! Fusion is best. Fusion throws Spartan to the other side before Spartan jumps over. Little cat and mouse arm drag from Spartan, followed by an arm drag by Fusion. Both men. What is Spartan looking for here? Wheelbarrow roll up into a stomp, throwing Tommy around. I've never seen that before. Beautiful roll up.
See, that was very nice. I really like that
Round
one. That was
two.
good.
Goes
As a
to
wrestler, that
Spartan
makes
with
me
an
happy. As a
impressive
trainer, that makes me
pinfall.
even happier. I think that was a really nice way to get the full.
Visible frustration kicks in as Spartan picks up the win 3 minutes into the round.
Then that round ends, and then they restart the next round.
Just over 3 minutes into the round, Spartan with an impressive roll up on Fusion, who's not going to be happy with that.
That was probably the wrong camera then to pick, but I don't really want to go back.
Referee Matt Rhodes checking on both competitors as we get ready for round 3.
Good evening, everybody. Just an announcement, please. There is a black Audi A3 license plate JGW529 parked in the club van car park. Can you please move that immediately? It's a black Audi A3 GJW529.
As the round begins, a weird announcement is
Sometimes the joy with having shows at places like the RSA is that they have an announcement every so often.
here. Spartan is one up here. All this time wasted. The round has started with 30 seconds already. Spartan 1-0 up. Let's test his strength here. Spartan with a kick to the gut of Tommy. Followed by a big suplex. Goes for a cover. Kick out at 1 from Fusion. Straight into an arm lock from Spartan. elbow from Spartan, knocking down Fusion.
No, but I was like, this must be so boring. So she walked over to find me. What the hell is that?
Again, Spartan wrenching that left arm of Fusion. Spartan has been dragging that arm of Fusion this whole round 2 and 3 here. Beautiful strike from Spartan, and again, just to the midsection of Fusion. Solid right hands to the gut. Fusion looks to jump over Spartan, followed by an arm drag.
That was nice.
In another arm drag.
That was very nice.
Fusion with a big drop kick, sends Spartan to the corner. Tommy looking at chop Spartan again. Beautiful chop. Fusion looking for one more. Should be focused.
Shouldn't have been one more. That second one sucked.
Spartan reverses. But Fusion kicks out the knee. Followed by another drop kick to the face there. Dropping Spartan. Goes for a cover. Only a 2 count. Spartan kicking out at 2. Tommy Fusion looking for another suplex. Can he get Spartan over? And he does. Beautiful suplex from Fusion, but Fusion not going for the cover. You'd think Fusion being down 1-0, he would go. There we go. Only going for the cover now. Only a 1 kick out. Fusion should have gone for the cover earlier there. Fusion picking up the dead weight of Spartan. Maybe looking for another suplex, and he hits it. Goes for the cover immediately this time. Pinning both shoulders, gets a 2 count only, however. Tommy arguing with the fans instead of trying to capitalize on a win here. An aggressive save, Tommy, we haven't.
One thing I really love about having multiple camera choices is because you do really get multiple camera choices at every point. Like, you can really choose what you want to see. Like, I love to see people's shoulders as they get the pins go. And I think you can get so much more and so many. You can capture so much from the same thing, because obviously once it's ended and once the match is done, you can't go back and see different things. You can only see what you've got. So having these options as cameras, to me, is like, it's so invaluable.
Looking to set up Fusion for that spear, but Fusion gets a bicycle kick up just in time.
And even a wrestler, if I want to see something, then I can see something, and I can have that option. Like, oh, I wonder what that looked like from this angle. I'm always surprised that nobody has asked, because I would give somebody the raw footage in every camera angle if they asked for it, without question, without issue. You know, it's just that thing. It's like, hey, don't publish it around somewhere like unedited. These are the reasons why. I am a firm believer that the more you view as a wrestler, the better you will get. If you don't view your stuff, then you don't know where you're going and what you're doing.
Yeah. He just said the next person to go. Did you?
We are 1-1, getting ready for our 5th and final round.
Fifth? No. 6 rounds. No, don't say that.
We get underway. Tommy with a big boot straight away. Look for a quick cover here. This could be it. 1, 2. Oh, very late kick
I
out.
like that.
2 count. Tommy looks angry here as Spartan kicks out at a very late 2. Tommy going to argue with referee Matt Rhodes.
So if you're just joining us or you're watching on something like TikTok, you'll only obviously see a little bit of a limited view.
Followed by another little
I
kick.
urge everybody to keep checking it out on TikTok, please do. But you get a little bit of bigger view on Twitch and YouTube and what was the other one? Kick.
Delivers a nice kick to the chest of Spartan. Followed by another one.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to see a bigger complete picture of how everything happens, then
Third one here.
I recommend going and checking
Swinging
it
a
out there.
miss. Spun moves out the way, followed by a big lariat.
So like
Down
now
by
I'm not
Fusion.
editing for TV. I'm not beholden to making a cut every couple of seconds. It used to be every 3 seconds. I think it was every 4 seconds at one point.
Big on the crowd. Here we go.
But it was every
Big senton from Spartan.
3 seconds in the
Spartan
end.
Fusion goes for the
And
cover. 1,
it's
2.
really hard
Kick
when
out
you
at the
don't
boot
want to
from
make a cut.
Fusion.
Now I run my own stuff. I don't have to make a cut. If I want a specific camera angle for 5 minutes, I can keep a specific camera angle for 5 minutes. And I believe the way that I do it is the best way. It's the way that I like. And making it, I'm not beholden to any rules from anybody. I try and make it the best for the wrestlers in the ring and the best for the presentation side of it. So I take my ego out of the equation as much as I can as well.
Oh, a gut buster.
And I don't always hit it 100%, but I think I do a pretty good job. I think I capture things really well, and I think that, you know, I really enjoy the shows that we put out. And there are some shows that we have that are easier to edit, and some shows that we have that are harder. There are some shows that I love watching, and there are some shows that I dread the watching back of it. One thing I really suck at the moment, and it's not even that I suck at it, it's just not easy, is when you edit everything, I don't watch the match. I watch the angles. So I'm not paying attention to really what happens. I'm just paying attention to the moves in like their very base form. Like where is the person's head? Where are they looking? All that stuff. I don't pay attention to like how good the match is, or I don't write notes for critiquing any of it. I just watch it to do. And so that to me is what's hard is like, you know, okay, like this match is done. And then I'll say this match is done, and people are like, oh, what did you think of it? What did you think of it? And I'm like, it was fine. I don't have more of an answer.
Oh, and another one from Fusion.
And that can be quite tough, is when people want more of an answer, but I haven't watched it in that way. And if I do watch matches in that way, I watch it from one camera angle, not multiple, because then I'm paying attention to only the match.
Spartan gets the best of the slap exchange. Now looking for a power bomb. Styles clash maybe. Spartan clash.
Always drives me nuts.
And a 2 count. Oh, I thought that was it. I think the whole crowd here in Newland thought that was it as well.
I freak out so much every time I see that move. I've seen it go strong so many times. Oh, so many times.
Spartan cannot believe it. What else can Spartan do in this matchup? As we see Fusion not giving up. Using the rope to help him get up to both feet here. And as he does, Spartan delivers a beautiful kick, sending Fusion back down.
So that one's a hard one, because I think I wanted the other angle, but I think the main camera is the right angle to have for that one.
Spartan has those eyes. He's got Fusion lined up. Maybe looking for that cannonball.
This is always a tough one for me about when he does his cannonball and what, because I like both views, but I'm gonna go that one because it has less crossover. So there's kind of extra things that I have to think about all the time. Then again, the round ends and everybody gets a bit disappointed, but everything goes up.
Round 5 over. As I said before, round 5 would be the final. Round 6, however, is the finale round.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the final round of the match.
Now to Blue Shoes, letting us know that round 6 will be about to begin here. High stakes in these last round. Spartan, 1 fall. Fusion, 1 fall. Winner takes all here in this round. Spartan back to his feet, but Fusion, however, still on 1 leg. Fusion struggling to get up here. Has to play a factor into this round. Big bicycle kick, however. Maybe Fusion playing possum.
See, that's one that I need to change where I'm going to get, because I think I need to get it from that third.
Spartan, 1 fall. Fusion, 1 fall. Winner takes all here in this round.
I think it'll need to come from that third one.
Spartan back to his feet, but Fusion, however, still on 1 leg. Fusion struggling to get up here. Has to play a factor into this round. Big bicycle kick, however.
There you go.
Maybe
I think that
Fusion
was the right
playing
one.
possum. Oh, big kick out. Big kick out from Fusion. Referee Matt Rhodes in a great position to see that. What a kick out from Fusion, from Spartan. Fusion stumbling over himself, trying to pick up Spartan. We know how dangerous Fusion can be, especially when those arms are hooked. Maybe looking to drop Spartan on his head. However, Spartan rolls Fusion over. Then delivers a German suplex, bridging himself. Oh, and a big kick out from Fusion. A desperation kick out. Both men can barely stand. Spartan back to his feet, picking up Fusion. Oh, we've seen this maneuver before. It's put away a lot of men. Tommy, however, kicks, rolls out of it. Oh, a swinging neck breaker. Right on. Beautiful swinging neck breaker. Only for a 2 count. Referee Matt Rhodes in the best positions to see Spartan's shoulder kick off the mat there. Fusion back to his feet. Spartan back to his feet. Counters out of it, goes for a step up into Guri and he hits it. Hits the ropes here, what's he thinking? Goes for a line, but dropped on his head by Fusion. Fusion back to his feet. Big bicycle kick into the corner. Followed by a lariat. Down goes Spartan, but he's not done there. Fusion picks him up, looking for that Schwinger DDT. And he hits it! Down goes Spartan. 1, 2, 3. Here is your winner, ladies and gentlemen.
So that match was quite long by, I think, by New Zealand standards.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a match we have just seen.
I'll get the count of it in a minute. So after this all happens, I add in all of the fluff stuff.
Former heavyweight champion, Spartan. This new Tommy Fusion
There's lots more to add in and to do.